Let's talk about writing children's books. Hi, my name is Nicole Finner. I'm the author of the children's book in the Sister Girl Collection. The Sister Girl Collection is an empowerment book series that encourages children to believe in themselves and to believe in their creative abilities. My company, Sister Girl Publishing, was named American Express Founder of Change and Forbes Next 1000 2021 list of 1,000 new entrepreneurs redefining what it means to build and run a business today. Our first children's book was featured in Pop Sugar. Is diversify your kids' bookshelf with these 20 children's books by Black authors. And my first book, Sister Girl and the Trainer Wheels, was the book that was featured. So that was a great recognition. But I'm doing this workshop because I receive a lot of emails, questions about how do I start the writing process, what I need to do to write my first children's book, um, how do I get started. So today is the day that I'm going to work with you, just like a brief introduction into writing your first children's book and how you can get started. Okay. All right, how to start the writing process? What you will learn today from this workshop is one, how to start the writing process. Two, you will gain an understanding of the vital components of a picture book. Okay. And three, we will focus on improving your mindset to start the writing process. Writing your first children book is really about your mindset. How do you feel? When you're going to do it? Are you going to set the time up to do it? Are you putting the time away to actually start the writing process? Okay. All right. First, find your why. I always recommend to find your why. Why are you writing? What motivates you? What stories do you want to share? So yes, what motivates you to start the writing process? Figuring out your why will enable you to put pen to paper. Do you have stories from childhood that you would like to share? Also, can you commit to writing your first picture book because when you commit to the reason you're inspired to write. So when I say that, can you commit? Pick your why. What is your why? Is it you have a story you want to tell? Is a message you want to share? A lesson you want to teach? Or you just want to be encouraging? What is your why? And pick it so you can find your reason to commit your time, your energy, and just making space in your life to write your first book. Schedule. That's one of the number one things when it comes to writing. Decide to choose yourself, your creativity, and your goal of becoming an author. So, what does your schedule look like? When can you fit time in? Whether it is first thing in the morning, on the way home from work, in between Zoom meetings, or at night before you go to sleep. Schedule a time frame to brain dump your ideas and map out your manuscript. So when I say brain dump, it's like maybe you have a piece of paper, you get a journal, you get a notebook, you have the notes in your phone, brain dump all your ideas, what it is, what story you would like to share. Okay? Tools. We all need a set of tools. What tools do you have in your toolbox? So, accessible tools that could help you during the writing process. Everyone loves to use the notes section in your phone. You can voice record in your phone, like in the app. They have apps that where you can voice record. Vlog, video blog your writing journey. So, say if you take notes, you video yourself writing down what it is you're trying to share, or you just talk to your phone and videotape yourself so you can get your raw emotions of what it is you're trying to write. Writing a Word document. I love journals, but writing in a Word document helps to streamline the manuscript when it's time to edit. So, say when it's time for you to go edit your book, or you have an editor, if it's in a Word document, then you just send them the PDF or send them the Word doc. Um, you have a journal, notebook, and the ultimate goal is to utilize the tool that works for you. Like one person may be more comfortable with writing the notes in their phone. Another person may want to write in their journal. The next person may want to just write in a Word document. So you have to pick what tool is best for you so you can start the process. I always recommend finding what tool works for you, and then that can help you start the process. This may seem really simple, but sometimes people get so caught up in the logistics and never get started on the writing. So that's why I'm sharing this. Okay, one second. Relax and have fun. Keep in mind that writing is a process. Feeling uptight, nervous, doubtful, or critical will slow down your writing process. So instead of critiquing your work before you start, take a deep breath. Deep breaths. Take a deep breath and relax. I would recommend do not critique yourself before you start because that's what happens. You write a paragraph, then you want to go in and say, "Oh, I do not like this paragraph. This paragraph do not sound good." No, relax. Start writing. It's not going to be perfect. You may have five, six, seven, eight, nine, five or six, whatever different edits you have to do. You may have to come up with multiple different versions of your book, but the goal is to stay focused. And sometimes, if you need to relax and have fun, think back to when you accomplished a goal. And how did you feel when you accomplished that goal? And use that same energy to move forward with writing your book. So that relax, have fun, and freely write. Understand your why and freely write. Okay, now to the meat and potatoes, the main part of the presentation. Vital elements of a children's book. All right. So, if I please, we take a moment, pause this video, and elements that you think, write down elements of things that you think that is essential for a picture book. So take 3 minutes. I sit here for a little bit. You can pause the video and write down, take 3 minutes and write down what elements that you think are essential for a picture book. Okay, I'm back. So basic framework of a picture children's book usually ranging between the ages of about 4 to 8. It's 32 pages long. Yes, audience 2 to 8 years old. Illustrations and design layouts are crucial in picture books. So most of the time you have illustrations and you have the words on your pages. Okay. Typically you need 14 spreads side by side structure to tell your story. 14 spreads when you open the book up. This is the page, this is the page. So you have 14 of those spreads, all right? The current word length trend is no more than 500 words. So think about that. If you find that's maybe a page, that's maybe not even a page in a Word document. So that's the basic elements. 32 pages long. It don't have to be 32 pages, but no more than likely. That's industry standards. No more than about 32 pages. Audience 2 to 8 years old. Illustrations, how do you like your illustration? You probably have to find an illustrator. It's different things like Upwork. You can find illustrators on. It's different websites. Then we could talk about that in the next workshop. But you use Upwork. I recommend Upwork to find your illustrator. Sometimes you just find freelancers that likes to help with doing projects for you. Typically, you need about 14 spreads. So know when the page open up, that's a spread. And it's 14 of those. And then the current length trend is 500 words. All right, impact of book spread and layout. So this is the thing to think about. One page illustrations next to text and spot art on the other page. So when they say one page illustration next to text, so say your illustrations is on one side of the page and then next to text, so the text is right there. And spot art on the other page. So say it's just some art. It's not even words, it's just art. On full page spread illustration. Both pages are illustrated and text is integrated into the illustration. So I'll give you an example of that. So this is my first book, Sister Girl and the Training Wheels. And I have the 2 page illustration with different text on each page. So I just want to show you how that looks. So it's 2 page different illustrations with text on the page. See? And then when it says bleed is when the illustrations go from top to bottom of the page. So that's when you see how the illustrations from the top to the bottom. Yes. Some books you may just have the illustration in the middle of the page. Okay. Okay. Idea generation. That takes time, experience, and whatever issue you're trying to solve when it comes to your ideas. Okay, so what is your process? What process do you take to come up with your idea? All right, things to keep in mind when starting the writing process. Everything when it comes to books. This is some reference I received from Writing Picture Books by Anne Whitfield Paul. Is everything is new to children. All right, children tend to live in the present. Children tend to have few experiences. Children have strong emotions, and sometimes childhood is not so happy. Children understand more than we think they do, and children have short attention spans. That's just a few things to think about when you're planning on writing your first children's book, because you come up with your ideas, you come up with the message. It's the story, a beautiful story you like to share, but how are you going to portray the story? Okay, all right. I am rooting for you. So if you want to contact me, if you want to talk one on one about writing your first children's book, email me at nicole@nicolefinner.com. And I'll most definitely reach back out to you. Also, follow us on our page so then you'll know when our next workshop comes out. Also, I'm a grant writer and a writing coach. So I will make some workshops on writing grants for your business, because becoming an author, you are creating a business. I also would do workshops on additional parts of the writing process. So make sure you reach out at Nicole@nicolefinner.com. Thank you.